So, today is the 1st of May. It's a gorgeous day outside, actually. I need to check over the schedule for the month and, look that over, get that all organized. I need to plan the week. All kinds of stuff. I need to finish that commission. I think I can finish that today. And I need to start editing last month's vlog. Get that out in a couple of days. So my life needs a reset. Back to basics, Yeah. Okay, so it's the end of the day, and I worked on the commission. Should be able to show them tonight in not too long, and then we'll know if it's done, and then I can make dinner. So today's the 4th. It's Saturday. My video goes live. It went live already. The vlog from last month. And today is also gallery walk, so I'm going to be going to gallery walk tonight. And today I actually sat down and worked on the comic script for a long time. I got a lot done, like a lot. I'm very close to the end of the story now, which is awesome. I might work on it some more today, but I'm not sure. Okay, so it is the 5th of May. Yesterday was gallery walk. I had a very good time. I didn't take as much footage as I did last time. It was very crowded. I think in future, if I want to share the art that I saw and talk about it with examples, I'm going to need to go back during the weekday when it's less crowded and it's easier to ask. Because that was the biggest problem. It's like, one, there's people everywhere and I don't want to film people without their permission. And it's really hard not to film people on accident if they're everywhere. But also it's hard to even figure out who's working at the galleries to ask them permission if it's super crowded and it's just tons of people. So I did not film as much, but I did have a great time. Even though I did get some photos, but I didn't film very much art. Even though I didn't do that, I did buy some art stuff. So I got some stickers, and then I got 2 card prints. They're not postcards, but greeting card prints that I really, really like. So I'm gonna show those to you. So this is very special. This is by an artist who I know, who's a friend of my boyfriend's mom, and this is a painting of a picture of my boyfriend's mom as a kid. There we go. It's super cute. She had this, the artist had this on a t-shirt. It was so cool looking. I want it so bad on a black t-shirt. This painting on it, and it's like super textured. It's so cool looking. And then this other artist was showing at the same, they were showing at a salon. This other artist, this was also on a t-shirt, and it's so cool. Look at all those colors. I love it. So I got that one, and then I got this one too, which I saw last time I went to gallery walk. I saw it up on the wall, and I really, really liked it. So I cannot afford a giant painting at the moment, or a giant fancy print at the moment, but I did want to take some of that home, so I'm very happy to have gotten a sticker. This one is a local lighthouse. It's so beautiful. It's the Point Wilson Lighthouse, and this is actually photography that's been, I don't know, treated, edited in some way, so it looks like some kind of printing. It almost looks like some sort of Riso printing, some old school printing. But I love it. Kay Harper, the artist who photographed this, is Kay Harper. And then this is a watercolor painting print. That's very beautiful. by Maria Melito, and it's called Sunset from Waldron Island. And this, I'm gonna put this in the bedroom because my bedroom is pink, so I need to put this beautiful pinky sky and green one in the bedroom. I love these colors so much. Basically, I think of this as I got 2 small prints and 2 free envelopes. And I got to chat a lot with, like, different artists, some artists I've spoken to in the past, some new artists I'd never met before, which was great. Also, I got this little flyer for the artist's picnic, and like, I love it. It's so cute. I'm gonna put this in my sketchbook because the colors are so great. I love it. I didn't go to last month's, but I'm gonna go to this month's. I was just really tired last month, on the 30th of last month, so I will go to this one because it seems like a great time. I really want to go. But I saw some really, really cool stuff, some really cool, like, giant paintings, some cool fiber art, some great glass work. I got to chat with this one artist who does this printing style that I've never seen or heard of before. It's reduction printing, he called it. So he takes this wood block and he carves away the parts that are going to be white, and he prints his lightest color. And then he carves away the parts he wants to say the lightest color, and he prints his next darkest color, and he goes on and on until he gets to the last color he does. And in the end, the block is destroyed. He cannot make these prints again. So he makes this very limited run of prints. And it's so cool. I had never heard of it, or at least I'd never heard of it, like, and had it explained in a way that made me realize what it was. I wish I'd gotten his card so I could tell you who he was. I totally forgot to do that, but he makes his own frames. He, like, goes and buys the glass and the wood, and then he builds them himself. Very nice guy. And I actually knew his wife. I've known her for a while. I got some footage from this artist I showed last time. She was the first artist I showed, and I chatted to her again, but I got like a photo of her palette, because she does stuff where she's painting in the building, and people can come in and look at her work, but then she'll be painting at the same time. And I just thought that her palette, in its like raw state covered in paint, was so beautiful. And I got to chat to her about that, about how I really love that, this like end product of creativity that is not the painting itself. It's almost incidental. I'd love to start collecting like the palettes of painters, of like local painters, and seeing like this snapshot of the colors they were using in this. I don't know, I feel like as an artist there's something almost more fascinating about this byproduct of creativity, not the product of creativity. I don't know, I'd love to have a little collection of these oil or acrylic palettes that people had, and have like a gallery of them on my wall. I think that'd be awesome. And we got to talk about quinacridone magenta and how much we love quin magenta, because it feels, and this is something I wanted to express for so long, and I talked to her about it, and she was like, I totally get what you mean. Quin magenta feels like it's hiding blue in it. Like there's blue hidden underneath of it when you water it down. And we talked about that because her palette shows that so clearly. I had a great time, is what I'm trying to say. I've been rambling for like 12 minutes. Oh well. Today I need to, even if I don't film, I need to pick a subject for my next video. It's pretty obvious what it's going to be. It's going to be, you know, a merman. And I'm pretty sure I know what colors I'm going to use, but I don't know how I'm going to paint him. I don't know the pose. I don't know if it's going to be like a draw with me style video, or if it's like a finished piece video. I need to decide that today. I do not have time to not decide. But yeah, that's what I need to do. And I need to take it easy because I was up so late last night. Not because I was out doing gallery walk. I got home fairly early from gallery walk. I got home at like 8. But I ended up staying up till like 11, and I kind of feel like I was hit by a truck, so I need to take it easy. So, the sweater is a sweater. It's very cute. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little snug, but I haven't blocked it yet. I literally just finished weaving in the ends, so I haven't blocked it at all. And I'm pretty sure it will relax a little bit, and it really only needs to relax by like the smallest amount for it to be perfect. Like, it's on, I'm moving, it's just, I can just kind of feel it a little bit. But, oh my god, it's adorable. Got like the saddle shoulders set in and everything. So, today is the 9th, and as you can see, the sweater is done and blocked, and it actually fits really, really well now that it's been blocked. I blocked it pretty brutally, so the real problem I had was tightness in the armhole. I think it was mostly just from sewing it up. I sewed it up like really tight on accident, but I was able to stretch it out like a lot, and now it fits very comfortably. Today I need to edit a video. My first video for Mermaid, gonna be real. Not psyched with how the art in it turned out, but we're on a schedule, so it needs to go out. The next one will be better. I've got like a sketch for it and everything, and I've got a solid plan, and I know it's gonna be great. I'll show you the sketch now because it won't be spoilers, because this won't come out until May, June. Really hope I remember that right, because that would be so embarrassing. The other day, I did this, which I'm gonna call Violet Ocean, because I'm gonna be doing it with quinacridone violet, mostly. So I feel like that's a nice dramatic title. And then this morning, prepare yourself, this is a very ugly sketch. I think it'll make a perfectly good painting, but it's an ugly sketch, because that's how I work. I work very rough. But this one, and I also did this one. So that's cool. Like I said, I think when I did my starting my sketchbook video, I want to start exploring ideas in more depth and really like mining ideas for their maximum potential, right? And so I've got that one swan painting, and I want to explore swans more instead of just making one painting and moving on like I tend to do with my subject matter. Honestly, after this, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages in this sketchbook left, and then I'll be able to do a sketchbook tour of sketchbook 6, which has been going on for a very long time. I did this cover ages ago, by the way, but isn't it cute? It's so old, but I really like how it turned out. But this is a very interesting sketchbook. It's got lots of stuff in it from a really long time ago, and it eventually just became where I sketch for paintings. But yeah, it's almost done. It's almost filled. So I think that'll be really cool. But anyway, I need to get to editing. I don't think you're gonna be able to see this. Oh yeah, you can see it a little bit. It's like a little sparkly. So yeah, oh yeah, you can see it much better on this sleeve. It's just a little bit sparkly, which is really, really fun. So today is the 11th, and it seems like today everybody and their grandmother was having a yard sale. I went to at least 5. It was insane. I got a lot of really cool stuff, but really quickly first, last night there was like the fucking Aurora Borealis in my yard, like 1 in the morning. It was really crazy. Videos don't really do it justice for how crazy it is to see that in person, like look up at it. It's very, very strange. They weren't like colorful or anything where I am. They were like white, but it was so cool. But I got some crazy, crazy stuff. So, I got 2 jackets. One is this amazing pink corduroy, and then the next one is this long, like, overcoat in this tapestry pattern, which looks so cool. It looks so cool. It's super long too. That's great, and there's plenty of room in it to layer and stuff. Look at this. I've seen these lamps before with the glass and everything, and they're gorgeous, but I've never seen one that like really, like, oh, I needed it. But this one has these tiny green beads hanging from chains, and it's amazing. It's so beautiful. Oh my god, I love it. It was $5. And then I got 2 free pieces of furniture, and I don't really know how I'm gonna show these. This is the top of one of the tables. It's one of those half circle tables that goes against the wall with like 3 legs. And all the pieces are in great shape. They've just come apart over the years. It's more than 40 years old. But all of the pieces were there, and it was just in the free pile. So I took it home, and I'm going to fix it up. It's nothing that a few nails won't, you know, fix, right? So very excited about that. I've been wanting one of these little half circle tables for a really long time, because I think they're just so convenient. The next piece of furniture I got was this, which looks bad. It looks bad. The rest of today is going to be like weeding and stuff like that, but I'm gonna wait for it to cool down a little bit because it's really hot for where I am right now. So it is the 12th, and today I have finished the rough draft for my comic script for the fairy comic. It's done. Oh my god, that has dragged on so long, but I just finished it up this morning. We ended up at 118 pages of comic. I don't know how long it's going to be after I rewrite it. Might end up longer, shorter, who knows. But I'm so happy that that's done. I'm going to take a little break from it and then come back and try and rewrite it, which should be a little bit faster. But yeah, that's it. We are once again sitting on the floor. Today is the 16th, and I have gotten a package from Blick, which is very exciting. Oh my god. Why? I got the last few Marvy lip pen colors that I didn't have, so it's these ones, the retro colors, and then just a couple of random colors. I thought some of the pencils were missing. They're just in the bag with the pens in this one, but in 2 separate bags over here. Alright, that's fine, I guess. But I got a couple of Prismacolor pencils, and then the star of the show, and the reason that this order was so expensive, because everything else I ordered was fairly cheap, big watercolor paper. I figured I'd just get the nice stuff this time because it was going to be expensive no matter what. But I think this will do very nicely for my swan painting that I have planned, that I've been itching to do. So today is the 18th. My video for this week is going live today at 11, and I have multiple sketches done for paintings at the moment. I've got the swan painting, I've got the swan painting, I've got a portrait, and then I've got another smaller swan that I really want to get transferred, and I really need to start painting outside of videos again. I kind of fell off of that, so I really want to get those transferred and prepped so that whenever I have time, I can just jump in and start painting them. I might actually be able to do this small swan as well if I do it in a sketchbook and then plan to cut it out so I could do it Maybe in this one, if this is a little too small, I could do my Kari sketchbook, and it would definitely fit in there. And then I also want to sketch the merman for the next video. I think that might be my last mermaid video, but I need to check. And then I also really want to start working my sketchbook some more, because I am behind on that. I really, really want to get it done in July, and I've only done 20-ish pages, and some of those are not art, they're like swatching and stuff, so I need to do more sketchbooking. Yeah. I was just sitting outside on my front porch, and there was this baby deer and the mama deer out there, and I was sitting and the cat was coming over to say hi, and this baby fawn, this tiny fawn, this fawn must be like a week old at most, walked up to like 3 feet away from me and just stood there watching me for ages. And this baby fawn had like the bluest eyes. I was not expecting it to have bright blue eyes, but it, oh, wow. Okay, so today is the 21st, and I just wanted to talk about something that I did, actually like a couple of days ago. The other day I went downtown, and while I was down there, I walked into this relatively new store, this death positive store, and I got an opportunity to chat with the owner. We talked about some products that they had, asked about some stuff, and I asked, do you ever like showcase or carry local artists' work? Because I've been trying to think of like local stores in town that might be interested in carrying my work, because my work doesn't fit every shop in town, and I you know, totally get that most stores in my town would not want to carry my work because it just doesn't fit the vibe. And that's fine. You know, they need to know their customer base and pick stuff that goes with their vibe. Totally cool. But I thought that maybe some of my stuff would fit their vibe. It's very gothic. There's lots of like floral motifs, dried flowers, that sort of aesthetic. And I really felt like maybe my portraits with the flowers going on that I've been doing lately and my bird paintings might go down really, really well, especially if I did some more like crows, some more corvids, which I do want to do anyway. I feel like that could fit in really, really well. So I just like, do you guys ever do that? Carry local artists' work? And she was like, well, we haven't done much of that yet because we're so new. They are a pretty new store, but I'm totally into the idea and really want to start carrying stuff by local makers. I really want to do that. She said all this stuff and I'm like, oh, beyond finding out if it's even possible, I have found out that this is totally a person I want to work with. This person seems awesome. This store seems awesome. They're upholding like values and vibes that I'm super, super into. And that idea of like, I want to feature local makers is just super important to me as well. So that is really cool. And it actually makes me very, like, I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to do print on demand or if I want to just bring in small quantities of prints on my own and just do like shop drops or whatever. I can't remember what they're called. And this actually made me very excited about the idea of just going to a local print shop. You know, I could bring some of them to local stores, especially stores where people are like this person I talked to who was so nice. So that's really, really cool. And she like followed me on Instagram so that she could like keep track of me. Even though I don't upload on Instagram. I told her like, I haven't uploaded on Instagram in so long. All the work there is super old. But I was like, I could show you my work, some of my work now, and see if you like the vibe. She seemed really open to my portraits and my bird paintings, which were exactly the ones that I thought would fit in with the store. So that's cool. But yeah, that's making me really open to that idea. And I've been thinking about it and like looking into the more online type of art business strategy versus the more like gallery artist strategy, traditional, whatever. And honestly, I think there's value in both of them. A point I've seen made about the traditional artist route is that if you can make it work, it's very good if you want to like retire someday. You know, as health costs increase as you get older, as this and that, as your career goes, you charge more and more and more for your work, and you get this air of exclusivity that means you can charge more and more for your work. And I honestly kind of agree with that, because you are becoming a more and more experienced artist. And so what people paid at the beginning of your career or at the middle of your career, as you've gained like 20, 30, 40 years of experience in the art world and gained 40 years of reputation in the art world and 40 years worth of building demand for your work in the art world, yeah, you can charge more. But I also believe in keeping art accessible. And, you know, there is a way to do that in the fine art market to an extent. You can do limited run prints, which you charge more for than open stock prints. I don't remember the terminology exactly, but there are prints that you just keep in stock, like endlessly. People buy them, you run out of stock, you order more. There are those types of prints. And then there are limited run prints or limited edition prints where there's like maximum 50. And that's all that will ever be produced. And they are signed by the artist and numbered. So which one on the run of like maximum 50, like I said, but sometimes it's as little as 10, you know? And so they're numbered and signed by the artist, and they're usually matted. And then they are sold for a higher price. And so I'm thinking that in the future, I kind of want to do both. I would like to have some open stock prints and some limited run prints, both because I can charge more, which is good for me. Also because it keeps the workload lower and reasonable. Over the course of my lifetime, I could make hundreds of paintings. And if I get good enough, almost all of them might be good enough to be prints. But I cannot stock a store with hundreds of different kinds of prints. And it makes it hard for customers to decide. I know that I have trouble deciding what prints I want to get, because I'll want really nice prints. I'll want the Giclée prints. But I can't decide sometimes. There's like decision paralysis because I can't decide which one I want. They're expensive. And I'm willing to pay the price, but I can't decide which one I want more. And I can't afford all of them. Forget money. I can't afford the wall space for all of them. So I think that works. So having limited run prints and a few prints that I keep in stock that will probably rotate out over the years is my new mental plan. And I like this plan. I really like this plan a lot. It feels right. Here's the latest piece. Looks much, much bluer on camera, but in real life, it's very purple. So this looks like a very cadmium blue. It's really a nice periwinkle color. This was a big struggle, and considering it was a big struggle, I'm actually very happy with how it turned out. Alright, so this is my closet. This closet has been on hold. I've been meaning to make this over for a long time. So I decided that I really need to get started on that. I'm not going to do it all at once. I don't even know if I'll finish it this month, but I do know that I can spackle the fucking holes that are in it today, because I want to wallpaper it, and I cannot do that if it's full of holes, and unpainted spackle. So, let go. All right, that's pretty good. Yeah. Hello. So eventually I want to have this wallpapered from floor to ceiling, and beautiful because it'll be a nice wallpapered closet. And it needs to be beautiful because there is no curtain or doors. It's just open because doors make this space we're in feel very suffocatingly small. You walk in and you're like, ooh, small, tight, don't like it. So yeah. Hello, and welcome to the end of the May vlog. I'm gonna have to end it early this month because the first Saturday of next month is the first day of the month, so I won't have time to edit it if I don't. If I don't end it a little early. But I just wanted to go over some stuff, kind of wrap it up. Last month, I sketched the swan painting, and you saw that then. And while I have started painting it, and I am actually closing in on done, I'm definitely more than halfway done. I'm not done with it still, and it is, like, basically the end of the month. So, I'd say this is probably the longest a painting has ever gone on, and it was not, intentional. I'm halfway done with my sketchbook. So, sketchbook 14, I put a sticker from a local artist on it that I liked, that I thought went with the color palette well. So we lost a goat, we gained a sheep. Show you a couple of my favorite pages I did this month. I did this spread with these like landscapes that I really like. I got some new Marvy colors, so I did a spread of those, which I think is fun. I don't normally do spreads like this, but I really enjoyed it. I like when people paint their or illustrate their art supplies in their sketchbook. I think it's very, very fun. This is kind of a rendering of how I remember the Aurora Borealis when it was happening. This is what it looked like where I live. I did this spread of various crows that I like a lot. Just yesterday I did this house, which is kind of based off of a lighthouse, or mostly based off a lighthouse I saw a picture of online, but I changed it slightly so that it was more like an ordinary house and less like a lighthouse. I shortened the tower a little bit and changed some details, but I really like that one. Yeah, those are just my favorite pages. I've done more, but we are halfway through. You can see the pages I've worked on because they're all scrunkly, and then they're nice and smooth over here where they're brand new. Oh, I wanted to clarify some things about the art competition I've mentioned several times. I don't know if I clarified this or not. The art competition is not, the deadline for entering art is not until July. So like July 15th, I think. So I have some time to prepare. I won't be able to give you news on that for a while. I am hoping to enter both Violet Ocean and maybe the swan painting. Oh, I wanted to talk to you about some knitting that I've been doing since you guys seem to enjoy the sweater, at least a little bit. My younger sister asked me to make her some mitts, some fingerless mitts. So while she was visiting, we went to the yarn store and she picked out some yarn. So this is the first one done, and didn't she pick out an amazing yarn? There's like specks of red and specks of green, and brown, and it's so beautiful. It's like marled and tweed. I'll put it on so you can see. It's a fingerless glove, and it's got a little thing here because it's going to have buttons. She wanted them to button. And then the other thing is that once both of them are done and finished up, with all the ends in and stuff, I'm going to embroider some cat paw pads on this because she is a crazy cat lady in training. But yeah, I think it turned out really, really good. And so I'm working on the next one, and I'd say I'm over halfway done, but I'm actually this far done, and I have quite a bit of yarn left, so I'm gonna have a nice little mini cake of yarn left over from this. So I don't know. I don't think it'll be quite enough for a hat. I do need more stuff for the monster scrap blanket that I have had to set aside because I ran out of scraps because it's 7 feet wide and ultra bulky from all the yarn being held like quadruple. Yeah, that's a project you have not seen on this channel. I call it my monster mash blanket. I think I'll probably use it in that because I love that project, so it's worthy of this yarn. One thing I wanted to mention is that a friend of mine on Instagram completed a commission for me, inspired by one of my vintage My Little Ponies. I have a little collection of them. See if I can't show you. I don't know, I just love these tulips. These tulips are great. I will frame this at some point when I find the right frame for it. It's very sweet to have art from friends. But yeah, I think that's it for the vlog. That was kind of unhinged ramblings. If you liked the video, like it. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. We are so close to 1,000 followers on the channel, and I would love to see you here again. If you want to try and guarantee that you'll see more videos from me in the future, click the bell. It may or may not work, who knows. And if you're feeling saucy, leave a comment in the comment section below. I want to see an extra saucy comment section on this video. Toodles.